morning, Unity Church of the Hills. We are so grateful you are here this morning. Are you watching the Olympics? Let us know your favorite Olympic moment in the comments while we run through a few quick announcements.
This week's Sharing is Caring benefits Project Transitions. This organization is dedicated to serving people with HIV and AIDS by providing housing, comprehensive support services, recuperative care, and hospice in compassionate and caring environments. For every share of our service on Facebook while we are live, we'll donate $5 to Project Transitions.
Our back to school drive benefiting homeless children in Round Rock ISD wraps up on Wednesday, August 4th. While we will continue to receive donations through the month of August, we want to get as many supplies as possible delivered to families in transition by August 4th. So these youth can start the school year off with the support they need to thrive. Financial donations can be made out in the foyer after service or online via our app or website.
Speaking of school, our very own We Wisdom Preschool is enrolling for the new school year for children ages 18 months to 5 years of age. We Wisdom offers a loving spiritual environment that honors the learning styles of all children. Contact Director Carrie Monk today at carrie.monk@unityhills.org to learn more. That's CARRIE.MONK@unityhills.org.
The Austin Pride Parade is only 2 weeks away. Join Reverend Sheree in our Rainbow Fellowship in sprinkling love and acceptance along the parade route. The parade starts at 8 p.m. on Saturday, August 14th, and you can sign up online or out in the foyer. While you're there, be sure to get your 2021 UCOH Pride gear.
And now here's a quick video about legacy giving.
Unity Church of the Hills Endowment Fund was established in 2015 to help secure the financial future of our church's mission. That mission is, we put God first, celebrate life, serve truth, and empower people to transform their lives. We know that those who discover Unity Church of the Hills and become involved in this spiritual home love this church. The energy of such love lasts forever as a legacy. Would you consider leaving your legacy of love? Our legacy giving team has been assigned by the Unity Church of the Hills Board of Directors to supervise the endowment fund. The endowment fund is professionally managed, and the legacy giving team monitors the performance. The goal is to ensure that the principle remains intact and grows so that your gifts provide for Unity Church of the Hills into perpetuity, thus enhancing the legacy of your gifts. The annual distribution from the gains by the fund go to the physical improvements at Unity Church of the Hills. Here are a few of the improvements we have seen thanks to the endowment fund. The parking lot lights, the ADA accessible doors at the main entrance and the restrooms in the main building. A contribution was made to Unity Church of the Hills Community Garden, and there are now new lights and carpeting in the sanctuary. As you have seen, the endowment fund serves a distinct purpose for our physical plant. It is separate from the tithe and love offerings given that go to the general fund and are used to run the operations. There are several ways you can give to the endowment fund. One way is to set up a gift as part of your end-of-life planning. This will qualify you to become a member of Arch Society and be recognized for leaving a legacy. You may also choose to make your gift anonymously.
This beautiful campus, known as Unity Church of the Hills, is standing on sacred ground. And we appreciate the gifts that you give to maintain this gem. Thank you for making it a part of your legacy that continues to serve so many who will come after you.
To learn more about contributing to the endowment fund, contact the church office or go to Unity Church of the Hills website, which is unityhills.org, or speak with a member of the legacy giving team, or email legacy@unityhills.org. Your contribution to the endowment fund adds to the abundance we know at Unity Church of the Hills the abundance of love and joy and spirit. It is beautiful that abundance is from the Latin abundantia, which means overflowing. Thank you for being part of our overflowing love at Unity Church of the Hills.
Great job, per the usual, Tim. And thank you to our endowment fund contributors for making those upgrades possible. We'd love to finish this sanctuary carpet replacement that they started, and you can help. A 2x2 carpet square is only $20, and we need 681 more squares to finish out the sanctuary. Carpet diem today.
Seize the carpet.
Learn more and contribute at unityhills.org.
Well, that's it for the announcements. Be sure to say hello, subscribe, and like our pages, and share us on Facebook. Take us on the go with our UCOH app and stay up to date with events and future Sunday talks with our e-newsletters. You can find both and get connected at unityhills.org.
Woke up to a world that is changing. Looking out the window got me wondering, baby, will we be okay? Will we be okay? One day I can feel the sun shining. Next day the bullet can leave a mama crying. Will she be okay? Tell me, will we be okay? Life is taking everything that I have just to survive. I got $25 in my pocket, and I think another 10 in my glove compartment. I'm trying so bad not to cry, but it's hard to stop it. But you say all of my needs, you promise you got it. So I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Okay, okay. See, I gotta remember that my God is bigger than any challenge I'll ever face. So I'm gonna be okay. Why do we hate one another when love is the most beautiful color? It takes away the gray and makes everything okay. Where is the American dream? If only 1% knows what it means to really be okay. Tell me, is that okay? Life is taking everything that I have just to survive. I got $25 in my pocket, and I think another 10 in my glove compartment. I'm trying so bad not to cry, but it's hard to stop it. But you say all of my needs, you promise you got it. So I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Okay, okay. See, I gotta remember that my God is bigger than any challenge I'll ever face. So I'm gonna be okay. See, our God is great. The season of pain, it won't last always. Life is taking everything that I have just to survive. You got $25 in your pocket, and you think another 10 in your glove compartment. But that family with no food would trade places with you. Give thanks and don't forget how you got it, and you gon' be okay. And we're gonna be okay. Okay, okay. See, I gotta remember that my God is bigger than any challenge I'll ever face. So I'm gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
good to see everyone's celebration. Thank you. That was just lovely. We're going to be okay. COVID, no COVID, Delta, no Delta. We're going to be okay. So I'm just wanting to welcome you to Unity Church of the Hills. I'm Reverend Sheree Taylor-Jones. I'm the Senior Minister here, and it is just a joy for me to be here. If you are joining us at home, we are just so grateful that you chose us to be your spiritual family and that you're grooving with us when we're grooving as well. If this is your first time with us online, please type connect in the comments section and one of our ambassadors will give you more information. And if you're here for the first time, you poor things, you're just going to get loved up on. That's what's going to happen to you. There's also a Connect card in the pews if you want to fill that out, and we'll get back in touch with you and just love you up via the phone or email or anything like that if you want more information. Big announcements. I've got two big announcements. One, Paul Selig is going to be joining us here, Unity Church of the Hills, October 22nd through the 24th, a long weekend. They'll start Friday night, some on Saturday, again on Sunday. And if you have not had the opportunity to be live with Paul, you don't want to miss this. I got exposed to Paul back in the day before he was famous. When I was in seminary, he did a retreat for the seminary students and things, and it was just amazing. So they're doing a deal. It's $395 for the weekend, and if you do it before August 34th, $295. So $100 is off of that, $295. And then, wait for it, there's more. I feel like I'm doing a commercial. Wait for it, there's more. If you type capital UCOH in the coupon area, you get an additional 15% just for us. So I really hope you'll take advantage of that. I'm super, super, super excited that he's coming. He hasn't been out since COVID, so this is really an exciting time. And just, you know, when the ascended teachers are channeled in here, it's just so in alignment with our teachings. It's just really powerful. So tell your friends, you don't want to miss that. All right, the children. We've broken up the children a little differently. Last week, the littles were in the playground, and it was really just too hot for them. So now they're going to be in the Legacy Suite over there. The elementary kids are going to be out on the pavilion, and the teens will be in the Oaks with their masks and so forth on. So let's just hold them in the knowing of safety and health. And also, I wanted to update you on COVID. So as you can tell, we have to wear masks while we're in the building. We ask you to look and make sure that you are creating your own social distance. We are not going to regulate that, so there will be no tickets or RSVPs that you have to do. Just come and use your common sense and give yourselves enough space that you'll need. There won't be any hospitality, but there will be tea and coffee, and some weeks there'll be some lovely pastries for free for you to take home to enjoy with your family. Okay. Why don't we do our vision? Our vision talks about who we are as a community. So will you say this with me together? We are a community of living community, acceptance, where lives are transformed. Susan, you want to come on up? So this is my other huge announcement. Our dear Susan Heinrichs, music director, has decided it's time to retire. That's what I said. That is what I said. This has been a really interesting and painful and shifting year for her, you know, as her husband, her beloved, has passed on, and then recently her mom has passed on as well. So it causes us to look at what is ours to do. What do we want the rest of our time here on planet Earth to look like? And she's been in deep discernment about it. Yes.
I'm going to read this to you because I felt if I just spoke to you, this is from my heart. But if I just spoke to you, I'd probably start preaching, and then Matt would have to play me off. So if you just bear with me a minute. It is with mixed emotions I inform you that I'm stepping down as Director of Music Ministry. I served the children's church before starting the music ministry in 2000, so this has been an incredible journey and a long journey. The church is now under terrific leadership, and it's with that feeling of confidence that I know we are on the right path and will continue to grow. I will continue to support Reverend Sheree in this ministry after I step down from official duties, so you're not getting rid of me. The music ministry will continue with the same passion and commitment we have shown in the past. And it's with great excitement that I pass the baton to Roderick Sanford. Who has been at my right hand for the entire journey. Roderick came to this church the first Sunday it opened, and I came the second. We formed a relationship that has grown throughout the years, and he will lead the music ministry under the direction of Spirit with enthusiasm and zeal. I stand in humble gratitude for each of you who have blessed me by showing up each week, singing with us, clapping, dancing, and expressing your heartfelt thanks. Because of the appreciation you have shown me over the years, I've requested we not have a celebration. We've got COVID and different things going on. And if you'd like to show your gratitude for the music ministry under my direction, then please make a financial gift to the music ministry. You know the church is currently struggling after COVID, and this is a way you can assure we continue this program. So you have an idea of the team's dedication. There are so many of you I want to thank who have supported me in this ministry along the way, but would take forever. Steve and Mary Boland, Ellen, all the different people that have helped me along the way. Finally, I want to say thank you to all who have served as celebration and the band members. I love you all, couldn't have done it without you. We are a family and we will remain a family. I'm planning on one last retreat in the spring since we didn't get to have our retreat. And they can't go without me this last year. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. And know I love you. I give a special thanks to the sound and media folks. This sounds like the awards ceremony or something. A special thanks to Tammy. We went through a lot of things together. I make this request to each of you who call this your spiritual home, or anyone who is fed in some way, whether it's through music, message, or a special program. Please stand with me to support our new minister. Show her your support in making this an alive, exciting community, filled with people who care, because I know you do. I love you all.
Almost.
Can I go sit down now?
Almost.
Okay.
So what a lot of you may not know is this woman is the reason that I actually started looking here. I first met Celebration and Susan 3-4 years ago. They were doing a performance or transformance over with Unity People's Convention. It was in San Antonio. And I was blown away by the caliber of music. And I was just like, I would love to serve there. And then things, happened as they do to create the openings for me to step in. So it has been just a joy to work with her. And I'm sad, and it's okay for me to be sad, She did the job that she was supposed to do, draw me over here to bring me to be with you. So it is with heartfelt love, and deep appreciation that I say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. And thank you. And you guys.
They say life is change, and it's how we respond to it. So it's okay to have all of the emotions, to be sad, to be joyous for her, to be jealous that she's going to Greece and some other places, all of that. And just holding her in the divine knowing of how special she is and has been for this community. Her last day is the end of this month, so it goes into effect September 1. Okay? All right. The other thing that I want to mention is that when you come in the driveway for Unity Church of the Hills, and if you look on the left, you'll notice that there's a house with a fence around it. Have you seen that when you drive in and wonder, what is that? Well, that is property that Susan and Bob has owned. And right now, it is up for sale. So our coffers do not allow us to be able to purchase that property. And she was generous enough to give us the first right of refusal. And I asked if I could pass that on to community members as well. So if you're interested in purchasing that property, to keep it in the family, so to speak, to keep it in sacredness, please have a conversation with Susan, if you would. All right, and some of you have these because what I want you to do at, like, if you're dancing with the music, you know, you can just do those kind of things. We're gonna play a little bit today. So whenever you feel that bubble need, bubble, baby, bubble. I'm inviting Kay Love, one of our prayer chaplains, to come and share the opening prayer with us. Roderick is going to do the beautiful crystal bowl sound.
And now, let us prepare for a time of prayer by taking a deep breath and moving from the busyness of our minds into the sanctuary of our hearts. Let's take a moment and pause and feel the peace of God that is there when we rest. Let us feel the love of God that is in our hearts, coming through us, as us, at all times. Let us be grateful for the love of God that surrounds us and permeates all things, for the love of God that comes to us through others and the Christ within them. Let us be grateful for our connections to our friends and family, our congregation, our communities, and all of creation. Let us be grateful for the creative abundance of nature in this time of harvest and all of the wonderful vegetables that are ripening and the fruits that are available in our garden here that has left us with produce out in the foyer. Let us also be grateful for the wisdom of the divine that leads to the seasons of creativity and of rest, for the wisdom that is there in all things so that they are guided when to produce and when to rest and recreate. We know that God is that peace that is within us and everyone that passes all understanding. We know that God is that love that permeates everything, and that God is that wisdom that is everywhere available. And we recognize that we are one with God, and we too have those divine qualities, for that is our true nature. We realize that all is well, and there is nothing but God here. And even when things seem challenging and undesired or unpleasant, we know that our good is ever unfolding, and that everything is happening in divine order, and that we can call on divine love and creativity and wisdom to know what is ours to do, when it is time to do, and when it is time to just be. And so it is, and so we let it be, and we are grateful. Amen.
All right, y'all, get your bubbles ready. so long, been trying this stuff for years. I got nothing to show, this countless fruit right here. Thought that the man upstairs was the one that's bringing me rain. Since I've been sending up prayers, everything's changed.
I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment.
Feels good to be alive right about now.
Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say hey.
Good to be alive right about now. I was dead in the water, nobody wanted me. I was old news, I went cold as coke can be. I kept throwing on coal, trying to make that fire burn. Sometimes you gotta get scars to get what you deserve. I kept moving on, now I'm moving up. Now I'm feeling blessed with all this love.
I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment.
It's good to be alive right about now.
Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say hey.
It's good to be alive right about now. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I think I finally found my
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
good to be alive right about now.
Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say hey.
It's good to be alive right about now. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I almost cannot handle it. I could get used to this. I think I finally found my
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
good to be alive right about now.
Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say hey.
It's good to be alive right about now.
Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now.
Yeah, Matt.
Thank you. I love seeing your little kids up and out. Yes. Yes, so today you are getting your message from Reverend Sassy. That's who's giving you a message. It's my alter ego. Hence, the baboons, right? The baboons. You know I've been giving some really deep and soulful talks. I get that. I've heard. So I thought today, let's have a break, right? Let's just be light and fun and silly and really get into about being renewed. I never thought it would be so difficult to write a light talk. I just don't roll that way, so I'm like, So you're probably going to get some deep pieces, but hopefully it's just little pieces. And we're going to talk today about renewal. You know, we're often in that grind of productivity, right? That grind of productivity. And I just felt like today, I just need a little lightness. You need a little lightness. And to show you that I do have like this really silly, goofy, playful side. And so we bought those, they're like these reindeer things, and you throw the ringers and you try to catch it with the antlers. Yes. I did win though, didn't I, honey? Good. So, productivity, where do we get that idea that we have to be productive all the time? It's ingrained in our psyches, right? And there's some kind of equation that says it's required for a successful life. And it drives us so much that we feel guilty to be silly, to do nothing, to just relax. And so I want us to this Sunday throw out those erroneous beliefs. You know, and I want us to really discover that the state of being is necessary, is vital for us to live an expansive life. So how did we get this belief? Where did this come from? You know, we've been conditioned to overwork, workaholism, right? That's kind of like, oh, you're doing so good. You're like, you don't have a life. You're doing really great, right? And so we've got this notion that through determination and hard work, anyone can achieve success. Anyone can have the American dream. And in this paradigm, there's this idea that meritocracy and equal opportunity is available to everyone, and that their highest dreams and aspirations are available only through grit and determination. Did you know the concept of the American dream was constructed post-World War II? It was after the soldiers were returning home and they were entering back into the workforce, and women were forced out of their wartime jobs. And women were told, your place is at home being the perfect wife, the perfect mother, and the husband was going to be the breadwinner. And with his prowess, he was going to support his family to live this wonderful life with lovely houses, white picket fences, grass, beautiful grass-trimmed lawns, 2.5 children, you know, that's the stat, a dog, vacations, and the latest fashion, appliances, and cars. Today, the American dream is really unachievable for most Americans because of today's wealth inequity. Did you know the average salary in 1960 was $5,600? $5,600. 1970, $9,900. 1980, $12,500. That was the average. And people lived wonderful lives on those numbers. Today, we can see that's really not the case. The minimum wage is $7.25 per hour. So that means if someone works 40 hours a week, their gross pay is $290. For 4 weeks, that's $1,160 gross pay. Do you know what the average rental here is in Austin? $1,500. $1,500. And if you want to own a home, it's now skyrocketed where the average is now about $600,000. $600,000 to just own a little crappy home. We're not talking about like something wonderful. So you see, it's not the same playing field of our parents and our grandparents in days of old. Just by looking at that chart, you can it shows the marked difference. And it really gives us a clear picture of the homeless working class. An analysis by USA Today shows that living the American dream would cost the average family of four about $130,000 a year. And besides economic security, the American dream includes finding and pursuing a rewarding career, leading a healthy and personally fulfilling life, and being able to retire in comfort. And for those of us still striving for the American dream, our norm is to work 12-hour days, cramming in as many tasks as possible in the same amount of time it would take us to complete one task. And then add to that the workaholic mentality, the additional burden of responsibility for the well-being of an organization, it quickly leads to burnout. The Mayo Clinic, they define burnout as a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. Loss of personal identity. So some factors that contribute heavily to burnout are work-life balance, or really work-life imbalance, dysfunctional workplace dynamics, unclear job expectations, and chaotic activity. And also, not having enough support. So here's my commercial. The Mayo Clinic suggests you look at these questions and answer them whether you have job burnout. Have you become cynical or critical at work? Have you become irritable or impatient with coworkers, customers, or clients? Do you feel disillusioned about your job? Are you using food, drugs, alcohol to feel better, or maybe not to feel at all? And have your sleep habits changed? Your voice is really distinct, just saying. And no, I'm not selling you a drug to make this all better. But if you've answered yes to any of the above questions, you're probably experiencing some sort of job burnout. And we know the physical and emotional toll that burnout takes on our bodies and our psyches, right? The range is from health conditions such as fatigue, insomnia, substance abuse, stress, heart disease, to the emotional conditions such as depression, anger, panic attacks, spiritual and emotional ennui. So the question then becomes, well, how can we be balanced and concerned with self-care if we're worried about matters of survival? They usually don't go together. Maslow's hierarchy of needs suggests that if we're worried and focused about meeting our basic needs, such as food, shelter, and safety, then it's going to be really difficult for us to even realize that we have needs for friendship, renewal, and self-actualization. So the first thing that we can do to bring ourselves into balance is to ascertain whether the belief we hold is true. Is the belief that the only way to achieve the American dream is to work ourselves to the bone without a care for self true? Well, if we believe this is truth, then guess what? We're just going to continue on in the same behavior of workaholism to the detriment of the soul. But if we challenge that is not true, then we have some more options. We can make choices to bring balance into our lives. We can take time to nap. What a concept. Napping. We learned that when we were little, that was really important for us to manage. And then somewhere along the way, we've said, no, I can never nap. No. So I'm learning, because I have difficulty napping. To nap. To savor our family and friends, to find awe and inspiration in nature, to take time to breathe, and for mindfulness. I almost said mindlessness, just being aware. We can allow ourselves to be filled up from the source and that unlimited wellspring within us. We can give ourselves permission to find people to support us in this process of questioning the false beliefs that keep us working at unsustainable levels. And this week, we got to look at it on an Olympic level. Right? It's a bubble moment. Yes, it is. Simone Biles put her mental health ahead of competing for Olympic medals. At the height of her fame and on the world stage, she said no to pushing against her mind and body being out of sync. Simone made a powerful and loving decision for the renewal of her soul and heart by withdrawing from competition. Biles said yes to honoring her mental health, said yes to being, said yes to worthiness based solely on who she is, not what she does. In a sport that has not been known to be supportive of its athletes' well-being physically, let alone emotionally, this was a monumental declaration of self-love and self-worth. This one act, hear this, this one act has a ripple effect around the world, and especially in the field of sports. Sports heroes are usually doted on because of their feats of greatness, right? Going beyond their bodies and their minds' endurance. We hear the statements, no pain, no gain, right? Shake it off, baby, just shake it off. Or just do it. Just do it. Those statements are beliefs that have come to mean this is how you attain superhero status by the disregard for the well-being of the self. Simone Biles defied the sports community's beliefs that winning and the team are all that matters. But here's another layer to this. What Biles did was also break the myth that Black women are stronger than and do not feel pain. Those inaccurate beliefs are perpetuated by a society built on slavery and the false belief that we women of color adhere to for so long at our own detriment. How often have I said to myself, suck it up, buttercup, and just push on in agony? How often has the medical field not cared for women of color with the same level of compassion because of this erroneous belief? So if Simone can do it, what could we do? What could we do? Let's remind ourselves of all the tools that we have learned in this spiritual community. We've got mad skills, people, mad skills. We have the awareness that being a divine human means we are worthy just because we are of God, just because of that. And we do not have to be in this frenetic pace of productivity to be worthwhile. We have embraced the concept of failure as an experience for our highest good. As our co-founder Charles Filmer taught us, failure is simply a stepping stone to something greater. We have learned that being human means it's normal to make mistakes, and therefore we can have compassion for ourselves and for others. We also have tools about forgiveness, right? We've got several forgiveness practices, such as the Ho'oponopono, the Buddhist prayer of forgiveness that we did last week, which puts us in alignment with oneness. It's a recognition that all we see and experience means that we too have a part in the creation of it. And we do not have to hold on to being the victim or the perpetrator. We get to own all of our parts in love, in the divine knowing. And we can also work with our inner child, right? By taking that moment to listen to our inner child. I don't know about you, but my inner child is alive and very vocal. She's really clear on what it takes to have fun and to keep that sparkle going. Now, sometimes she whines, and when she whines, I'm like, girl, no, we don't whine. We don't whine because I have proven over time that I will listen to you, right? That I will take you into consideration. And we get to be the divine, living our purpose, having fun, doing the things we love. Yes, bubbles are one of her things. We get that. So I want to remind you that being is a precious gift to your wholeness. And playing is vital to our renewal. Did you see that shift in energy when we were doing bubbles earlier? That's like that renewal, that rebirth. So today I'm telling you that you have this amazing fortitude to no longer live someone else's dreams or beliefs. We have the ability to take time for renewal, to play, to laugh, to dream our own dreams, and to honor ourselves. So this week, my friends, I'm inviting you to take time to just be, to breathe, to have bubbles, and do it without any guilt or shame or blame. You deserve that. Let's prepare for meditation.
Not going back, I'm moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you, my past is over in you. All things are made new. Surrendered my life to Christ. I'm moving forward. What a moment you have brought me to, such a freedom, Lord. I have found in you, you're the healer who makes all things new. Yeah, yeah, yes. Not going back, moving ahead. I'm here to declare to you, my past is over in you. All things are made new.
So if you're willing, take that nice deep breath in and exhale. Release into your chair. Allow your chair to support you. Have your spine erect, your chakras open, your feet planted on Mother Earth, allowing her to support you in your totalness. Take another nice deep breath in. Hold it and release and relax. And follow your breath. And as you follow your breath, I invite you to check out where your little kid resides. Where are they? Breathe. And wherever they are, wherever you find them, just smile at them, see them, witness them. That's the key of your rebirth and renewal. They make all things possible. Connect and take a moment to listen in the silence. At the sound of my voice, take a moment of appreciation and gratitude for your inner child. Say thank you. Remind them that you will listen to them more often because you forgot how vital and necessary they are to your joy, to your renewal, to your feelings of awe and wonder. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale and feel the pew underneath you. Feel your back against the seat. When you're ready, you may open your eyes if they've been closed. Stretch a little bit, maybe even wiggle because your kid is up and the energy is there. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Sheree. It is now time that we move forward into our offering. And as we're moving forward and we are releasing and letting go, I'm reminding of my little kid when I got my allowance. My mother made certain that every time I got my allowance on Saturday to make certain to put part of that in the offering plate. So I'm reminding all of you children that got your allowances, it is now time to give of that. So we're moving forward into our allowance period of our service, and you can give by texting to UCOH at 833-717-770. You can give online at the web, you can give via our app, or you can also mail a check. And I believe we are still doing the service to where the baskets will be at the back of the congregation, so there will not be a basket passed. So please keep that in mind, and we will now move into our blessing. Say it with vigor, fairly zeal, and sizzle, and I'm combining my words, but you know what I meant because you know the testaments of our church. Let's go. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I circulate, and I am grateful. What you came here for?
I don't know what you came here for.
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 But I
Is there anybody here that loves the Lord?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
I don't know what you came here for.
I don't know what you came here for.
But I came.
I came
Hey,
to
hey.
praise. So let me praise
Is there
God.
anybody here that loves the Lord?
Is there anybody here that loves the Lord?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
I don't know what you came here for.
I don't know what you came here for.
But I came.
I came to praise.
So come
Let me praise God.
giving honor to God who's the head of my life.
Who's the head of my life?
I'm standing here today singing what a wonderful life.
What a wonderful life.
When I think of the goodness and all that's done for me,
All that's done for me.
I get excited.
I get excited.
I got the reason.
To praise.
Come on, get up on your feet.
Come on, get up on your feet.
Oh,
Praise the Lord with me. Everybody, come on.
anybody here that loves the Lord?
Is there anybody here that loves the Lord?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
Is there anybody here know why you came?
I don't know what you came here for.
I don't know what you came here for.
But I came.
I came to praise. Let me praise God.
First giving honor to God, he's the head of my life.
He's the head of my life.
I'm standing here today singing what a wonderful life.
What a wonderful life.
When I think of the goodness that's all that's done for me,
All that's done for me.
I get excited.
I get excited. I feel like fire inside. I got a reason to praise. So let me praise God.
I cannot explain it, nor can I contain it. Incredible feeling that comes over me. It makes me clap my hands, run and do my dance. It's overwhelming and it's swelling, makes me say, oh,
I cannot explain it, nor can I contain it. Incredible feeling that comes over me. It makes me clap my hands, run and do my dance. It's overwhelming and it's swelling, makes me say, oh, I cannot explain
I
it,
can't explain
nor can
it.
I contain it. This incredible feeling that comes over me. It makes me clap my hands, run and do my dance. It's overwhelming and it's swelling, makes me say, oh,
I came to praise.
I came to
So
praise
help me
God.
praise God.
Praise God.
And when I think about God's goodness, I wanna cry out. I came to praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
And when I think
About God's goodness, I wanna cry out. I came to praise.
I came to praise. I came
To praise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me praise God.
Yes, the slippers are back. Yes, they are. There's no place like home. Thank you for these gifts. We take these offerings in the spirit that they were intended, in expansion, in love, in light, in support of this amazing community and all we do and all we give. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Whew, I think we had church. All right. I think we did. Okay, so what's happening? Prayer chaplains. Are you all going to be on the patio or some in the... Okay. Prayer chaplains are going to be in the chapel, so if you would like to be held in prayer, affirmative prayer, they will be there for you. There's also going to be a gratitude circle out there that happens the first Sunday of the month. If you want to just take those moments that you've had gratitude for in the last month and just share them out there on the patio, please feel free to do that. What else is going on? Foyer, woo, busy out there. We've got the produce going on. We've got, which is amazing, thank you. We've got the fundraising for the Pride Parade, which is August 14th. Once again, let Tony or Murray know if you'd like to participate in that. And we have board nominees forms out there if you feel that you would like to run for the board or know somebody who wants to run for the board and you want to nominate them. You can fill out the form and put it in the box. There are 3 openings. Okay, I didn't get there yet, thank you. There are 3 openings on, I love that they help me, they do. They do a good job at helping me, really, because I could go anywhere. So there are 3 board openings. Beautifully, all 3 members are willing to rerun again. So I wanted you to be aware of that. They are Art. Stand up for a minute, Art. Lori. Is Debbie here? Debbie Tim? That's the other person. So school supplies. See, that's the next thing on my list. School supplies. This is the last weekend. So please, this is a worthy cause. These are folks and families that are in transition that really could use your support. Once again, if you don't have the time because today's the last day to run out and do things, money works. So just give there as well. The next Sunday, August 8th, I'm taking a day off. Yay, me! Bob Withrow, if you wouldn't mind standing for a minute, Bob. Yay! Is going to be talking about why and the parable of the big toe. You don't want to miss that, right? I can't even square that yet in my mind. So please come and see what wonderful gifts he's going to share with us. Bob is just a really beautiful consciousness in our community. He walks his talk, and we are grateful for that. So please be here. And then the following Sunday, when I do get back, so that is August 15th, we are going to be talking about generosity begets abundance, and abundance begets generosity. And what we're really going to be talking about is just the link to how we give and how that prospers us. The difference in the energy between, yeah, okay, I'll give you something here, and oh my God, I get to give to this community, and what are we going to do together? Way different. Same dollar denomination, but very different energy in how we give. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and just the link with all of that and our spiritual awareness and prosperity. So be here August 15th. I will be here. And let's do our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love you guys. All right, celebration will warm us out.
All right. I've been ground so long, been trying to stuff for you. I got nothing to show, just climb this road right here. Thought that the man upstairs was the one that's bringing me rain. Since I've been sending up prayers, everything's changed. I think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that finger move ya. Say yeah, feels good to be alive right about now. I was dead in the water, nobody wanted me. I was old news, I went cold as cold could be. But I kept throwing on cold, trying to make that fire burn. Sometimes you gotta get scars to get what you deserve. I kept moving on, now I'm moving up. finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move you. Say, hey, it's good to be alive right about now. I almost cannot handle it. Hey, hey, hey. I could get used to that. Hey, hey, hey. I almost cannot handle it. Hey, hey, hey. I could get used to this. I think I finally found my hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say, hey, it's good to be alive right about now. I almost cannot handle it. Hey, hey, hey. I could get used to that. Hey, hey, hey. I almost cannot handle it. Hey, hey, hey. I could get used to this. I think I finally found my hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Hallelujah, let that spirit move ya. Say, hey, it's good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now.
Oh, thanks. That's a good white boy song. Pretty good white boy song. And I'm just the white guy to do it. Yeah, it is a good track. I mean, I didn't do